There is only one factor in wholesaling real estate that I need to know. Only one KPI, only one thing I have to ask any wholesaler in the entire country for me to personally know if you're a successful wholesaler or a unsuccessful wholesaler. If you're on the right journey to make six figures or if you're on the wrong journey. A lot of people think that question is how much money are you spending? What guru is teaching you wholesaling, or how smart you are, how tall you are, what's your gender, what's your ethnicity, what none of that stuff. That's so stupid. Okay. There is one simple thing I have to ask every wholesaler to determine if they're on the right path or not. Whenever I talk to a 7-6-figure wholesaler, heck, a wholesaler that even just got a deal, they all did this one thing. And the ones that are in the guru hamster wheel, the trap, that this is a curse word to them. And everyone thinks I'm talking about marketing. This is not a marketing video. This is not an acquisitions video. This is not a dispositions video. This is none of that stupid stuff. Let me tell you something. One key factor, one KPI that I only need to know. So I'm just letting everybody know. There's only one KPI that I need to know when I talk to a wholesaler. Like, guys, I'm quick to the point. I talk to somebody and they're like, oh, wholesaling sucks. And I was like, guru told me I'm bad. Oh, they're crying. I just got to ask one question. And that's how I know if you are actually on the right path or not. And this is something that's going to hurt a lot of people's souls. There's one factor I have to ask. I'm going to reveal it right now. There's no gimmicks, no clickbait. This is it. Offers. All right. I just revealed it. Okay. If you're a wholesaler and I ask you how many offers you made last month, I'll know exactly to a T, roughly, okay, probably to a decent factor how many deals. It's very simple, okay? There's quality of offers, there's quantity of offers, there's all these things. But the one KPI you need to understand today is offers. And that's not a sexy video. I know it's not a sexy thing to say, but this is the one sole factor KPI I need to know if you're going to be a successful wholesaler or not. And so what I'm going to do today is going to really honestly break down how you can make more off. That will make you more successful. So when I do a one-on-one and I say, hey, why are you successful? Why are you not successful? This will be the thing, okay? Offers in wholesaling real estate is what the wholesaling real estate game comes down to. It really comes down to this. Are you making offers or are you not making offers? I know everybody thinks the wholesaling game is determined on how much marketing we do, how cool I look, how awesome closer type guy I am, how good of a dispo person I am. It's some of that stupid stuff. It means nothing to me, okay? None of that, it literally means zero to me. What I care about is how many offers you're making. I can deduce your dispositions. I can deduce how much net operating money you make. I can know how much marketing you do, all from the offers. And all I have to ask is the quality of offers and the quantity of offers. And what I'm going to break down today is how you can do the right amount of offers, the perfect quality, so you can actually become successful. I want you to understand this. This is something no real estate wholesaling YouTuber will ever say. No one will ever say this on the internet except for me, because I'm the only person not trying to steal 10 grand from you right now on a call. Okay, I'm just telling everybody, I want everyone to have the equal footing on the ground here. This is the only thing you're going to see on YouTube. Outside the Gin name, there's no one else that's ever going to talk about this. Okay, when I talk to broke wholesalers, they always make no offers. It's always, I can't make any offers. Oh, wholesaling sucks. Oh, marketing's terrible. My market's saturated. Broke wholesalers make no offers. You can debate me on this. You can fight me on this all day. You could say whatever you want, but broke wholesalers make no offers. They'll make excuses why they can't make offers. They will never, ever make any offer. Rich, successful wholesalers make a ton of offers. It's very, very, very difficult. I want everyone to think about this for a second. It's extremely difficult to become a broke wholesaler that makes a ton of quality off. Think about that really quick right here. Okay. It is very, very, very difficult to be a broke wholesaler that makes a ton of offers. Think about that. So if you want to be a successful, guys, you're not watching this because you think I have a sexy face and I have the beautiful flowing hair. It's not that, okay? It's not that I have this radio voice. It's because you're here because I can get you rich. I'm going to tell you exactly how you can use the power of wholesaling real estate to make hundreds of thousands of dollars this year. That's why you're listening to me. So you can make a ton of money. You're not listening to me because of how cool I am. You're listening because I can get you rich. And if you're listening to me because you want to get rich, I ain't going to give you the sexy info that's going to get clicks and all. I'm giving the stuff you need to hear because I need you to get rich right now. I don't care about anything else. And yes, hey, you make more money in wholesaling, you send me more deals, that's great. I do more wholesaling deals myself, makes the gurus cry at night a little more. It's a win-win for everyone, right? But What I really want to do today is show you how to increase the amount of offers you're making, but also how to increase the amount of quality offers, the difference between bad offers and good offers, so you know the difference. And I think so many wholesalers don't know the difference between that. It's very sad, but I want you to really start making this difference. And so what we're going to do today is break this down and get it all together and really share exactly how you can do it the right way. Now, the first thing I have to tell you before I get into it is you need to go to freewholesaling.com. It is my free wholesaling course. I want you to understand, if everyone can know how to make offers, know how to do everything, but if you don't go to my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, you're not going to learn how to market. You're not going to learn how to have a conversation with a seller. You're not going to learn what a cash buyers. Heck, if you're watching this, you don't even know what wholesaling real estate is. You just heard I can make hundreds of thousands of stinking dollars on this. Like, what? You're going to have to learn your ABCs. Okay. So if anything I say in this video today is confusing, anything I say, you got to go to the free wholesaling course. Just so you know, just ask anybody in the comments. It's a course that costs $0. It's completely free, and it'll teach you how to get rich in wholesaling. Then you can come back to this video and learn more fundamental stuff of what's working currently in the real estate wholesaling industry. So if you want to learn if you don't even know what an offer is in wholesaling, you need to go to freewholesaling.com. So let's talk about this and let's get into the reasons how. So number one, how do you make more offers? This is pretty simple, but you just do more marketing. I think this is the first thing. I know it sounds stupid simple. I know it seems really easy to say, but it's the honest truth. Like, if you want to make more offers to your motivated sellers, you're just going to have to do more marketing. It's simple. The more shots you shoot in basketball, the more points you usually get statistically, right? And so if you want more opportunities to score in the net, right? Like, you want to score more goals, you're probably going to take more shots. It's simple. Okay. Now, if you do terrible shots all the time, like, of course you're not going to make any, right? Like, I mean, you eventually do, you probably make some, right? But here's the cool part, and here's the part no one ever talks about. But if you just can get in front of the net more and you have some skills, which I told you to go to freewholesaling.com because you'll learn those skills, you do more marketing, you'll make more money. Simple as that. So just understand this: more marketing, more money, and usually more deals. So, like, here's a simple equation I have, and I make this equation simple, but like, the more marketing I do, so the more cold calling, the more texting I do, the more drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars, direct mail, whatever type of marketing I teach you guys how to do at freewholesaling.com, the more marketing I do usually leads to more leads. These are more people that want to sell the property. So I ask a bunch of people, hey, you want to sell your house? So more people say, yeah, I actually am looking to sell my property. Hey, I actually am looking to sell my house. Okay, well, that's going to lead me to making more offers, which is the KPI I want. So if you're going out here and say, Zach, I'm making no offers, I know, say, we're looking at this little chart I have below, you're clearly, I can't even dispute this. You're not marketing enough. And maybe you're marketing in the wrong spot. I know a lot of people that market a lot, but their main issue here is they don't market in the right channels or the right places. They're cold calling lists that don't work at all. They're doing the guru method where they're making offers on like MLS properties in like the worst areas where they have no buyers. It makes zero sense. And then you make more offers and you get more contracts. And usually the more contracts you get, the more assignments you make. And hey, ends up more money you got, right? And like this isn't a thing where it's like you got to spend a bunch of money to get rich here, right? Like, if you don't got much cash in the bank account, like you ain't got much money, you don't need to be spending money to do more marketing, right? Like, in marketing, you either put in money to get more leads and to do marketing, or you put in more time. And so I prefer, you put time. Time's going to be more valuable than the cash. I don't care what you do, because at least you can drive for dollars and reverse drive for dollars. And that's just bread and butter stuff right there. You got no cash, right? You can cold call probates with cost $0, right? Use Google Voice. It doesn't matter the money you're spending here. And I think that's something you guys have to understand. There's people that make videos who are like, you got to spend 20 grand a month to really be a successful guy or gal out here. And it's completely false. Okay. You just got to market. And marketing is not how much money you spend. All right. I would say how much money you're spending if I really want to get into it, but it's not about the marketing you're spending. It's about exactly to a T how many leads you have. The more leads you got, more offers, more contracts, more assignments, and more money, more cash in your bank account. Okay. This is a key part to making more money. Now, when we market more, we get more offers, which is great. But here's a very important part too. Some of you guys are doing terrible shots. And what does that mean? Yeah, maybe the ball goes in the net and we score, but the score doesn't matter. So let me talk about this, right? Number two, to be more successful in this realm, you have to make a lower offer. And what I mean by making lower offers, right? If I get an offer accepted on an average wholesaling deal, I'm probably going to make At the end of it, if it's a decent deal, I got a buyer, I got all this stuff lined up, and I do everything. I teach at freelisting.com so you don't lose a deal. Because if you think you're too good for freelisting.com, you end up losing a deal because I say stuff in freelisting.com I sometimes don't say on the YouTube channel because it's not sexy stuff on YouTube. But like I tell you, hey, don't do this or you'll lose your deal. And after doing 2,000 plus wholesaling deals, I know it works and doesn't, and teaching hundreds of thousands of people how to do this, right? But like you should make lower offers. Why should you make lower offers? If you know how to make low offers the right way, your average deal ain't going to be 10 grand. It's going to be 20 grand. You can easily double the amount you make per deal by just making an offer. It's literally the same type of offer, the same script, same thing, but just making the price lower. Here's the truth. I personally don't know how to read minds. I would love to know how to read a mind. If I could, I'd make more money in wholesaling. Probably use it for that. But if I could read minds, that'd be great. I would know exactly what the lowest price my seller has. But unfortunately, I'm just a mortal human being and I don't know how to do that. So I will always assume my seller wants to sell the property for $70,000 below my MAO every time. I'm just going to stupidly assume that. And guess what happens when I'm that naive and stupid? I make stupid lowball offers. And I don't get offended because I think that's what they want to sell it for. If they get offended, I blame my partner. I use the good cop, bad cop strategy, which we teach inside of freelisting.com, my free wholesaling course. Did I mention it's free? Costs $0. Why are you even that stupid stinking thing? Because I do the one-on-ones and you guys end up getting a $40,000 deal and you blow the deal because you didn't go to freelisting.com. Why? Because you're not willing to put your time in to actually get yourself rich and your family rich. It makes me crazy. But make lower offers. Guys, I always say something. What kind of offer should I make? How much should I do? What's a low offer? You just go for no. We always say this here, and it's the truth in wholesaling real estate, but go for no. Your offer needs to scare the snot out of you. It needs to make you a little nervous. And it needs to have the seller say no. You want to get a no. I know this is the only YouTube channel when it comes to wholesaling real estate that will ever talk about this. But when you talk to a motivated seller, you actually want them to say no to you. Because that means you went for the lowest possible. You squeezed the most out of the deal. And when you do that, I promise you, maybe for one deal, it doesn't seem like a lot. But they counter it, you get a low price. You go to the next one, you go to the next deal. And over a year, you'll make an extra 40, 50, 60. Heck, some people make an extra $1 million from the strategy. Usually an extra 60 grand for the average wholesaler that's doing well. And heck, just because you follow my advice, you make an extra $60,000, $70,000. Wow, who knew? But it's honestly true that doing that stuff will actually lead to that success. So you need to go out here and just go for that no. If you go for the no, you'll actually be successful. Number 3, this is an important one, but get comfortable being uncomfortable. A lot of wholesalers don't like to market more. They don't like to make lower offers. They don't like to get out of their comfort zone. A lot of wholesalers don't want to reverse drive for dollars because they're scared someone's going to run out of the house and say, "What are you doing putting sticky note on my door? Screw you, man. You're a poopy head." You know, they say, I think I could read between the lines what they say. And you guys are so offended of what somebody else is going to think about you. Someone curses at you over the phone, all these things. Guys, it doesn't matter. All right. I want everybody to get, nobody cares. All right. Everyone can say something mean to you, but they really don't mean it. They don't know you. All right. The best analogy, the best thing I can always tell you is whenever somebody says mean to something on me on the internet, and I got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers throughout all the channels and stuff, and I get mean comments, all I always reply back for is my mom thinks I'm cool, dog thinks I'm cool, my sister's cat thinks I'm cool. Guess what happens? You have nothing to say after that. If my sister's cat thinks I'm cool because I give it treats, then that's all that matters because that cat knows me better than you know me. And that's why I don't care what your opinion is. It's the truth. So you guys have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. This is a big, important thing. I want you to understand that you cannot grow by being comfortable. Growth always comes when you go out here and become uncomfortable. Making more offers is very uncomfortable. Marketing more becomes uncomfortable. Heck, even going on a one-on-one, talking to me in front of the whole audience is uncomfortable. I get it. It's very uncomfortable. You can get self-conscious, all these things. But once you know one day you're going to die, and it doesn't really matter because everyone's going to forget about you after you're dead, who cares what you're doing now? All right, like who cares? Go out here and make a life better for you and your family and your financial freedom. And the first step of that is doing more marketing, because the more marketing, like I always say, is going to lead to more wholesaling deals. And the more wholesaling deals you get, the more money. And that's what I'm here for. Okay, I'm here to get you more deals. But you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's called growing pains. It's going to hurt. But with that growth, you're going to end up being bigger, stronger, and way better than ever before. Guys, going out here and doing more marketing, doing all these more difficult things, it's not a muscle that you get to grow, right? It's a mental muscle. And that mental muscle gets stronger every single day. Guys, when I cold call, before I started cold calling 5 hours a day, 5 days a week for a year strength. My muscles in my mind for cold calling were very tiny. Okay, they weren't strong. But guess what? I lifted the weights in my mind. I got mentally stronger. And I was already kind of mentally strong, I would say, roughly for the average 18-year-old. But it was insane after that because nothing could really phase me. I was in my own mindset that every single time I called, I got closer to my goal of financial freedom, not being a bag boy ever. And I put myself in the mindset of what is more uncomfortable, scooping dookie off a toilet at the local grocery store or calling? Calling is way less uncomfortable than that. It's embarrassing, guys. It's embarrassing wearing that apron. Guys, trust me, it's not fun. It's embarrassing. No point making minimum wage. I knew that wasn't the life that I deserved. And so when I put myself in that mindset, I didn't get uncomfortable. Okay. And I want you to understand, when I cold called, I had, I think I moved it. But I had my, it's on you, I'll show you later. But I basically had my bag boy name tag. And I always stared at it. I always looked at it. It was my bag boy name tag. And that stupid little bag boy name tag, I cannot stress this enough. I got to show it somewhere. I was rearranging this the other day. But I looked at that stinking bag boy name tag every single time I cold called, and I didn't want to cold call. I didn't want to market more. I didn't want to make an offer. I didn't want to do anything that seemed uncomfortable. I looked at that name tag. I visualized myself if I quit wholesaling and I had to go back to that minimum wage job for the rest of my life, working 60 hours a week, making 40, 50 grand a year. Like, is that what I want to do? Is that comfortable? Is that really more comfortable than cold calling? I told myself no. I told myself the hard work and dedication I'm doing now is temporary. That grind I was doing was temporary. Yeah, I don't cold call 5 hours a day anymore, right? I got a lot more better stuff to do. I make a lot more money now, right? But the truth is, I was uncomfortable, but I chose to be uncomfortable. And eventually now I'm comfortable all the time, right? Even when I cold call live, I'm having fun because the muscles in my brain to call, the muscles in my brain never, I go back into a place. If I don't call, I have to go back being a bag boy. And that pain was so bad for me of working that job and knowing what that lead to for the rest of my life. I visualized myself having kids and not ever being able to go to their sporting events or whatever it was, the recitals, I don't know, because I had to go work the grocery store. The pain of that in my mind was so severe. It was so much worse than the pain of cold calling that I wasn't scared at all. My fear of being broke was so much worse than my fear of cold calling. My fear of being broke was so much worse than my fear of being uncomfortable. And once you realize that the fear that you have in your mind right now of not being more, not being bigger, not making more money, you got to ask, are you more fearful of being broke or more fearful of that? I tell you 9 times out of 10, if you are sick and tired of being broke, you'll choose to be uncomfortable. And once you choose to be uncomfortable, you'll become unstoppable. All right. Nobody grows being in the same place. If you are 5'7" right now and you want to grow, do you grow by staying 5'7" or do you grow by being 5'8", 5'9", right? Or 5 feet and then 5'3" or whatever it is, right? You don't grow by being the same height. You grow by getting bigger. And the only way you get bigger is, genetically, right? You grow when you're little and you get bigger, right? But like mindset wise, right? You don't gain more muscles without working out or doing something to stimulate the muscles. And so everybody knows the muscles you stimulate going to the gym, right? That's all great. But how do you stimulate the mind to get stronger? How do you stimulate your wholesaling skills? You got to exercise that muscle. And that muscle for wholesaling skills, that exercise for talking to sellers, for making more offers, doing more deals, becoming a better business person in wholesaling, it always comes from doing what you're doing, but more. I know it's stupid to say, but just do more marketing, more leads, more offers, more contracts, more cash buyers, more deals. I know it's simple, but my simple message for you today is just make more offers. And if you can figure out that little puzzle in your wholesaling business, you will make more money. You don't have to go on someone's $7,000 wholesaling program to go learn this. You don't have to go talk to me one-on-one for hours and hours and hours. You don't have to go invite me over to dinner and then, we talk shop and you try to get all the knowledge in my brain. What I tell you right now is the same thing I'll tell anyone. People invite me to dinners every single day. Okay. I've taken some people up on it, some high 6-figure wholesalers and 7-figure wholesalers. And everyone asks me how did you grow to multiple 7 figures in wholesaling? And it's always from one simple thing. It's so stupid, but I make more offers than the average wholesaler. I make more offers than you. Every single wholesaler, I make more money I make more money than you. If I make more money than you, it's because I make more offers than you. And the wholesalers there's wholesalers out here that make more money than me. I've met a few of them. There's not many, but there are plenty I have in my Rolodex, and they make more offers than me. Their team makes more offers. Now, do I want to have 100 acquisitions agents and all that stupid crap? It's more like 20. No, that's not, I don't want to be in an office 90 hours a week and all that. Like I can scale up by making more deals by doing JV deals and stuff like that. But like, no. Okay. The people that make more money than me make more offers, and people that make less money than me make less offers. You got to understand that. All right. And so this is a simple fact this is why I love doing online stuff. And this is honestly a hobby for me, but this is a hobby that makes more money in wholesaling because I learn things. And one exact thing I always do is when I talk to a wholesaler that always complains of why everything stinks or they're not being successful, right? I figured this out a long time ago, but the amount of offers you make is directly correlated to the amount of money you made this year in wholesaling and the amount of money you will make. That's a simple thing. And there's only one thing I can tell you that will skew it, because I do get a small portion of wholesalers that like to be like, well, technically, Zach, I made 1,000 offers this month and I got no deals. And there's only one lesson that I can tell you about this that I know. It's quality beats quantity. All right. Quality beats quantity. All right. Let me explain this for a second. If I go tell you, you need to go out here and do, like, I tell you need to work out an hour a day. All right. And there's two people. Okay. There's the broke person, the rich person. I tell them you need to work out one day to make $1 million a year. You just have to do 1 hour a day. The broke wholesaler, this is what their mindset is, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk a minute, and then I'm going to take a water break for 45 minutes, and then I'm going to walk for another 10 minutes, and then take another 5-minute break, and then I'll walk for a minute, and that's about an hour. And then the rich wholesaler goes crazy and starts working out and does exercises and does like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson workout and goes crazy and tired. I both told them to work out for an hour, but one person ended up becoming fit at the end of it, and the other person did not get fit at the end of it. Why? I told you to work out, and that's why, Zach, you told me to work out, and I worked out for an hour, and I don't have a 6-pack abs. You have terrible advice, right? This is what I get all the time. I can't make everybody happy. Okay. Make more offers. And those guys, what they do, they go straight to Zillow and then they make offers. And this is their offer. It drives me up a wall, but it happens all the time. Zach, I made offers and I'm not successful. Okay, let me dial the FSBO. Okay, Zillow for sale. I know, right? It's listed for $100,000. Would you take $10,000 for the house? Yes or no? No? Wasn't motivated. Next person listed for $200,000. I want to buy your house for $20,000. No? Zach, I made all the offers I can. I did everything. His advice sucks. I need to go buy the $10,000 course. This is what you got to understand. The quality of your offer is almost as important as the quantity you make. So we talk about, let's use soccer, for example, because I use American sports a lot. We got I have decent international audience, actually. If you go out here in soccer and you just make one goal a game and you're a player that's really good at it, one goal a game is amazing. Okay. And if you focus on only making one shot per game, but that shot is so good, so calculated, so perfect that you get a goal a game, you're one of the best soccer players ever, right? Versus you being like in the midfield and you just shoot a random shot. Making a half court is stupid. So if I get the ball at half court, let's use basketball, and I try to shoot it. Oh, I made a shot. I shot the shot. Well, you shot it from half court. Duh ain't going to make them versus the guy that tries the layup. They both made shots. One person usually makes it over the other. It's all about the quality too. The point is not the shot, right? The offers are important, but it's how many offers you make. It's how many buckets go in the hoop. Okay. And so if you do a layup versus a half court shot, obviously it's different, right? And so yes, I know I generally say to make more offers, but you need to make good offers. All right. And if you set up the offer terribly, you're just not going to get the offer done. So everyone sees me do FSBOs and then they do FSBOs the wrong way. I'll talk to a FSBO. I'll build rapport with the FSBO. We'll talk about dogs. We'll talk about the neighbors. We'll do all these things before I even mention an offer. And I don't even go crazy into it first. I kind of get a rough feel for it and then I get into it more. But I focus so hard on the qualifying with the deal, and then I build the rapport, and then I just set it up perfectly. And then boom, when I make that offer, it has the greatest chance of success of being accepted for the lowest price possible. So I make offers super low that have a high percentage of getting in. That's what I do. Okay. It's like a sharpshooter right there, right? So quality beats quantity, okay? Don't make offers on bad leads that aren't coming from good sources. You need to understand this. When you talk to a qualified seller from a government list, it's going to be way better than doing an MLS offer, an on-market offer, a FSBO offer that You have to understand, the more accessible the list is to the public, the less quality that list usually is. And that's for really anything. Okay. So in my opinion, what is the greatest wholesaling list you could possibly get? There's about two. There's about the drawing for dollars list, because you have to earn that list. You just can't go out there and beg for the list, or what the list will just like, you have to earn it, right? You can't go buy a drawing for dollars list. You have to go out here and earn it. And there's also the probate list, right? You can't go buy a probate list from a source, right? People claim they do, but they don't really work at all. You have to go out here and go to the government and get the information, and then Sheila's going to say no to you, and then you got to go back and maybe do a FOIA and do all this stupid, and then you get the list. The point is, the average wholesaler just can't walk up and get it, right? That's what makes it valuable, scarcity, things like that. Less wholesalers that make offers and marketing to a list. That seller gets less wholesalers talking to them. The less people that talk to them, the better chance you're going to have a lot better shot at those 100 or 1,000 leads you're talking to, right? Versus if I'm doing an ML or a FISBO where everyone and their mom can see the list, more people are going to make offers on it, which means it's less likely you're going to do well on that, right? So just what do I mean by this? Don't make offers on bad leads or leads that come from bad, go from good sources. I would say making 50 crazy qualified offers on Zillow for sale by owners is equal to making one really qualified appointment on a government list lead that you go talk to the seller. Think about that for a sec. One lead from a government list is probably equal to about 50 FISBO offers. One offer from a government list is better than 50 FISBO offers. So we're talking about like, what's the quality? Quality is super important too. If you can mix quality and quantity together, you're going to be unstoppable. But when you do a lot of quantity on stuff with bad quality, it's going to suck, right? Like, duh. But if you don't want to be at the point where you only go after quality and you just make no quantity, right? Like you just focus only on one, right? Oh, I made one offer this month, right? That's not going to do it. Oh, it's quality though. It's good, but you need to be higher than, like, you want the best of both worlds, like Hannah Montana says. The best of both worlds. You want the quality and the quantity together. And the most important part is if you can make offers, which is super important, but if you can do it on a long time horizon consistently, you'll win over time. Consistency breeds result. I don't care how much money you have right now. I don't care how much marketing you've done. I don't care any of this stuff. The man or woman who can consistently go out here and talk to sellers every single month will gain the skills every single month, better and better and better, where eventually, maybe they're months in it, they're not doing well. Something's going to click where they start doing better and better and better. They talk to me every single month. I don't have one wholesaler that's talked to me every single week or every other week for a year straight that hasn't made six figures. Never. It doesn't work like that, right? Eventually, you keep talking to me, you start doing what I say, you end up doing well. You have to shift strategies and all these things. But all the successful people they all consistently talk to me, get in my head. And I hate to say, like, if I talk to somebody once a week, over a long enough time horizon, I'll get you to six figure. Everyone. Because I go to really any market, I can do that, right? And so the truth is I do that, I let everyone hop on a one-on-ones with me. I let everyone talk to me, right? And I know it's harder to talk to me now with the more followers I have, but like I try to give everyone the equal footing opportunity. That's why I freelancer.com and these things. But the truth is, you're never a quitter in wholesaling. You're never a loser in wholesaling until you quit. So don't be a loser. Just don't quit. You are never a loser if you don't quit. Losers lose because they choose to lose the game. You never lose wholesaling until you choose to lose. And that's the thing I want to let you guys know. You're never out. You're never down for the count in wholesaling. Every single day, it's a new day. The scoreboard goes back to zero. Yeah, maybe you didn't score anything today, but the score's zero. Nobody cares about your record. Nobody knows your record. I don't know how many offers you made this week. I don't know how much money you made. Like, really, I didn't see your HUDs. Nobody knows, nobody cares. It's a new day. Consistency breeds results. So if you want results, you want the cash, you want all these great things wholesaling offers, consistently show up every single day. Why do you think every single day I consistently have my team market to sellers? Consistently go out here and do everything I possibly can. Everything I consistently can to help you become a better wholesaler. Why do I do this live stream every single Sunday throughout whatever I do? Why do I not stop doing it? Because I will consistently show up every single day and live stream for you. I'll consistently cold call for you guys live. I'll consistently keep the wholesaling business going, and I'll consistently go after it every single day and have the skills. Why do I have probably one of the greatest knowledge of wholesaling real estate in the entire country in the history of wholesaling real estate? Not because I started this business a year ago, 2 years ago, 3. I've been at this for over 7 years. I've been in the wholesaling game for over 7 years doing 2,000 deals. I didn't get that overnight. 7 years is a long time in NFL or NBA standards, right? For wholesaling, it's nothing, right? I know you might see this young little face right here and think, oh, this guy's just a rookie. I'm 7 years in the game. Every single day from 7 years ago, it's eat, breathe, sleep, wholesaling houses. And I don't stop doing it. That's all I do. That's all I want to do. And that's all I want to help people do, become the best wholesaler possible. I want you to get rich in wholesaling real estate. I consistently think about this business. I consistently think of new strategies to make me more money and you more money and everyone more money. That's all I have in my mind. That's all I've ever been doing for 7+ years. I've consistently showed up every single day and never decided to quit. That's why I'm at the point where I'm at, where I make 7 figures. I am a millionaire plenty of times over, passive income up the wazoo from all the properties and all the investments I have, because I never decided to quit. And I consistently showed up every single morning, even when I didn't want to. Even when I didn't want to go out here and wholesaler work. I wasn't feeling it that day. I was a little tired. I didn't want to do it. But I showed up every single day because I knew my dad never quit on me. My mom never quit on me. My grandparents never quit on me. My great-grandparents never quit on my family. Nobody in my family ever quit on each other. Why am I going to be the person that quits on myself when everyone else believes in me? I can't. And remember, I will never quit on you. Why are you going to quit on me? I want you to understand this for 1 second. You cannot lose in this business if you quit. You can't lose in this business if you don't quit. And if I'm not quitting on you, why are you going to quit on me? I'm telling you, just keep hanging in there. You show up every single day and you do the things I teach you in freewheeling.com. You will break that plateau. You will break into new strides in wholesaling. You will become rich beyond your wildest dreams. I cannot promise you you'll make all this cash by just sitting around doing nothing all day. But I promise you, if you consistently show up and do the work that you need to do in your business, you will eventually get to that point. Things will click. The skills will go up. You'll get better at talking to sellers. You never get worse at talking to sellers if you consistently show up and do it. You don't. You get better and you end up making more money because of that. So don't quit, don't stop, and you'll keep it going.